The world is constantly going through changes. Look at some important events that have changed the world and affected the lives of many people in modern times.
The unification of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. King Abdul Aziz, a gifted leader, was responsible for the legendary event that marked the beginning of modern Saudi Arabia. In 1902, he regained Riyadh, beat the city garrison, took the Mazmak fortress, and established his headquarters in the city. He expanded Saudi Arabia to include all of the Hijaz, Makkah, and Medina and united all the tribes. On September 23, 1932, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia was officially established as an independent country, with Arabic as the national language and the Holy Quran as its constitution. King Abdul Aziz initiated the building of infrastructure and set Saudi Arabia on the road to modernization.
The United Arab Emirates, UAE. The Federation of the United Arab Emirates, known as UAE, consists of 7 sheikdoms: Abu Dhabi, Ajman, Dubai, Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah, Sharjah, and Al Quwain. The city of Abu Dhabi in Abu Dhabi is the capital. UAE was officially established in 1971. It came after the discovery of enormous oil reserves in Abu Dhabi in 1958. The UAE dirham, a single national currency, was launched in 1973. The oil revenues, as well as income from other commercial activities, have been used to develop a thriving economy and social infrastructure. Abu Dhabi now hosts its own Grand Prix at Yas Marina Circuit, and Dubai is home to the tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa.
The space race. The Russians launched the world's first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, on October 4, 1957. Next, Sputnik 2 went up into space on November 3rd. The Americans won the race to land on the moon more than 10 years later, with Apollo 11 on July 20, 1969. This is one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind, said astronaut Neil Armstrong, the first person to walk on the moon. Prince Sultan bin Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud flew on STS-51G Discovery in June 1985 as the representative of the Arab Satellite Communications Organization, Arabsat. He was the youngest person to fly on the space shuttle at the age of 28.
The Communications Revolution. The first communications satellite, called Telstar, was launched from Cape Canaveral on July 10, 1962. This marked the start of rapid transmission of TV signals over wide areas. What we take for granted today, satellite television, cellular telephones, wireless and high-speed internet connections, and so forth, were part of science fiction only 40 years ago. Teenagers today are the first real citizens of the digital world. Unlike their parents, they have grown up in a world in which electronic delivery of information and entertainment is natural and more accepted than conventional forms like the newspaper, tape, or film.
Global warming, poverty, security, fresh water, economy, endangered species, terrorism, pollution, diseases, unemployment, traffic, globalization, natural disasters, overpopulation.
When was the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia established?
It was officially established on September 23, 1932.
What has changed as a result of the discovery of oil reserves in the Emirates?
Revenue from the oil reserves has been used to develop a very successful economy and infrastructure.
The present simple. I play the piano. You play the piano. He plays the piano. She plays the piano. We play the piano. They play the piano.
Conjugating the present simple. Negative.
I do not play the piano.
Conjugating the present simple. Interrogative.
Do I play the piano?
For centuries, people have made major changes in their lives. Many have moved to other countries in search of new lives. One of the great periods of immigration was between 1880 and 1920. At that time, 23 million immigrants arrived in the United States. Most of them came from poor towns and villages in southern and eastern Europe. They had one thing in common. They believed that in the United States, life was going to be better for them. It was the land of freedom and prosperity. Most of these immigrants were able to get just enough money to pay for the trip across the ocean by boat. Many arrived without any money to their names. Often the father of a family came first and found work. Then he sent for his wife and children. The trip across the ocean for poor immigrants was terrible. Men, women, and children stayed in crowded and smelly compartments deep down in the hold of the ship. They had no showers, and there were no dining rooms for them. They went up on deck to get food from huge pots. This was the price they had to pay to get to the New World. On their arrival in the United States, they saw the Statue of Liberty in New York Harbor. But they weren't free to enter America right away. When immigrants landed in New York, ferry boats took them to Ellis Island, where immigration officers questioned the new arrivals and doctors examined them. Those who failed the medical exam had to go back to their native countries. Sometimes, if a child was ill, the entire family had to return. Ellis Island became known as Heartbreak Island among immigrants.
My mother was born in Riyadh. Where did you grow up? Mona is going to college in Qasim. Have you ever visited Europe?
Tell me about yourself.
I was born here in Berlin, but my family is from Leipzig, in what was East Germany. They moved over to the West soon after the German reunification. How about you?
I'm from Dubai, but my grandparents were from Germany. In fact, they were from Berlin.
So I guess you still have family here.
I'm afraid we lost touch with our relatives.
And how long have you been here?
I've been here for almost 3 years. You see, I have a German passport because of my grandparents, so I can work legally in this country.
By the way, what do you do?
I'm a biologist. I do research in a lab for a pharmaceutical company.
Do you miss Dubai?
Quite a bit, but I've got a good job. I've made lots of friends. I fit in okay. I'm happy here.